is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate, and he'd be a chaos president. He would not be the commander-in-chief we need to keep our country safe.
Jeb doesn't really believe I'm unhinged. He said that very simply because he has failed in this campaign. It's been a total disaster. Nobody cares.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take one more look at that debate with Rick Ungar, senior political contributor at Forbes.com and co-host of Steele Ungar on SiriusXM, and Adam Thompson, senior partner at the law offices of Adam M. Thompson, criminal defense attorney and syndicated talk show host. All right, Rick, from your perspective, besides the fact that everybody had the same jacket and tie, who won, who lost, and I got to feel. Also, let me throw in this caveat: in the wake of this budget deal, I think Trump's going to be solidified more than ever with the sellout of Paul Ryan and the Republican establishment.
Well, taking the second part first, you may be right. I mean, this is a budget deal that is not going to make conservatives particularly happy. I do think that as you go through the budget, I agree with you, Democrats got pretty much what they wanted, and a lot of Republicans also did, but not the people who I think you're talking about. And so you're right, Trump might benefit from that. As to the debate, as I said, the winner was the red plane time manufacturers of America. I thought that was somewhat astounding. Honestly, I don't know that I could pick a winner or a loser. As I watched the debate, nobody stood out to me. My problem with it, and I'll preface this by saying I have the same problem with the Democrats, so this is not a partisan thing. They all bluster, but nobody can give me a good solution to how to approach ISIS. I'm waiting to hear it. Both sides, not hearing it.
All right, what about it, Mr. Thompson?
I got to agree with Rick. There wasn't any real knockout punch or really one exchange that they really thought stood out that you said, boy, this person's scoring points. I do think Jeb Bush is done. I think Trump was on point when he said no one really cares what you have to say. I like to see him off the stage. I'm so shocked Ben Carson is where he is. He should be off the stage too at this point. I thought Cruz came across pretty strong. To me, really, someone who really did some of the best commentary during the debate was actually Chris Christie. I thought he was very on point with some of his answers.
Yeah,
and held his ground.
Adam, you want him to unequivocally say he would shoot down a Russian plane if it violates the no-fly zone?
I said some of his answers were very good. I didn't say all of his answers were very good. That was a troubling response. Yeah. But overall, I think Trump wins by default. If you don't knock the person who's in the lead down or out, then you win by default.
Well, let me say one thing quickly, which is let's remember not one vote has been cast yet. Nobody should be getting thrown out until we see some votes.
No, but you would hope some people would bow out to coalesce.
Let's see
some
how
people
they do.
to coalesce around the main candidates. Anyway, all right, let's talk about what happened in Baltimore. Adam, you're an attorney. Well, you're both attorneys. So let me start with Rick. We had Jonathan Gilliam earlier who said that the charges should be dropped against all the police officers. Should they retry this officer? And what a mess it makes of the domino theory for them, because the next trial of the driver, who they're charging with second-degree murder, is January 6th, and they were counting on this convicted officer to flip and testify against him. Now that's not going to happen.
Yeah, big problem for the prosecution, to be sure. I don't think they'll be able to drop all the charges. I think there's another option as to how they proceed with this officer who had the hung jury yesterday. Expect them to offer him immunity through some kind of a deal rather than go to trial again. He doesn't want to go to trial again. I think that will happen, and he will become a witness.
Adam?
It's a complete mess for the prosecution. As a criminal defense attorney for over 25 years, having been in this situation countless times, this is disastrous for the prosecution for many reasons. First of all, with everything that they had under their control and power, they were unable to get any conviction on any charge. Now, we don't know what the jury conviction was.
Even misconduct, yeah.
We don't know if it was 11-1 with one lone juror holding out who was just out of his mind because the jury was released in secrecy and anonymity.
Wait a minute, holding out, which way would they be out of their mind according to you?
Oh.
We don't know.
No, but you said out of his mind. So
maybe it was to acquit, maybe it was to find
I thought you had an opinion one way or the other by saying one juror who was out of his mind. As if there's an obvious answer.
Because sometimes you get a very unreasonable juror that may not go anywhere close to where the evidence is taking you, but for whatever reason they won't vote that way. And it happens a lot of the times, unfortunately. But this really benefits the defense. because now if they do retry this case, the defense knows every single prosecution witness, the lay witnesses, the expert witnesses. They know what their positions are, what they're going to say. They now have a transcript to use against them to impeach them and contradict them in the next trial. Plus, they now know how to re-prepare for the next trial to fix any weaknesses they have.
Adam's making a very fair point. You know, while this is problematic for the prosecution, and it is, it's not over, and people should withhold their expectations going forward. I don't think it makes any sense to call for the charges to be dropped. It's not about liking police or not. The system has to do its thing.
You hit it right with expectations. I think Mosby really overcharged and raised expectations.
She blew it.
Guys, we're out of time. I thank you both, Adam and Rick. Thank you very much. Up next, more of the Steve Malzberg Show. Just keep it right here.